right, welcome back to Play by Slay episode 6. We're getting close on this 6, 7, whatever. We are going to be looking at a couple different things today. I think I said last week how I was trying to make it not be a duplicate sport thing, but it doesn't fucking matter anymore because there's not that many sports going on right now. So
yeah,
we're going to be talking about the NFL again today.
Rugby or something?
What's up?
I said, yeah, what would we do? Like fucking rugby or something?
Oh.
Gotta do
Yeah, I don't know.
sports.
We're American here. We only pay attention to American sports.
Literally.
Yeah, we're going to be looking at some of the... We are around the NFL League New Year, where contracts reset and all that shit. So, some free agency stuff going about right now. If you remember from last week, we discussed about what free agency is. We also will be...
A recap on that.
We'll touch base on that.
Mm-hmm.
We'll also be talking a little bit about the World Baseball Classic that's going on right now. And also, I mentioned this to you off camera yesterday. There was a big brawl in some random soccer match in Brazil, so we'll touch on that as well. So, yeah, should be an interesting episode, hopefully.
Exciting. Let's get into it.
All right. So, like I mentioned, free agency, it's basically like when the contracts run out, the player can decide if he wants to re-sign or go somewhere else. 99% of the time, it's just whoever can pay the most because these players just love money. And, why wouldn't you? Get your bad king. I don't give a shit. But, sometimes you could be motivated by, proximity to home or, how good the team is, if you really want to win. So, there's some different factors at play. But it's, a very interesting time of year because this is the part of the offseason where all the beat reporters are just like, oh, my God, who's the best team on paper? We're going to make a billion, grades and rankings and all this bullshit that nobody really gives a fuck about if you actually watch the games. So, some of the big profile things that happened. Actually, this is very recent. This is as of recording, an hour ago. This happened. This is also around the time where you see just big trades happen. So Max Crosby, he's this superstar pass rusher on the Las Vegas Raiders.
Wait.
He's this.
Pause really fast. Are we talking about football or basketball?
Right now, football.
Okay. Go on. Because I remember you were talking about, the trades and stuff for basketball. But I don't remember any of this, what is it? What'd you say? Free
agency.
Free agency. I don't... I don't remember discussing this.
Like I said, last year I brought it up when we were talking about the NFL Combine and draft and all that stuff. But... Point is, free agency is like I said, it's the league New Year. The league resets, quote unquote, every March. The football NFL league, and so that's when contracts expire. That's when the logistical stuff happens.
Yeah, and all the little college football players are getting recruited and shit.
Yeah. There's stuff that goes. That's basically what free agency is. It only happens in the off season.
Okay.
So, yeah, Max Crosby, he's a star pass rusher for the Raiders, Las Vegas Raiders, and he was the Raiders have this reputation for being these, really, I don't know how to describe it to you, just really gritty, really tough guy vibes.
They'll do what
I don't
they
know.
need to
It's
do.
not Yeah, so anyway, this Max
dirty.
Crosby is this. I don't know about played well, maybe a little bit, but I don't know. Max Crosby, he's got this. He's this he looks like kind of a pirate, which is the Raiders, kind of pirate. I don't know.
Yeah, pirate vibes. They're playing dirty. They go by their own code.
Exactly. So Max Crosby, he publicly made it known he wanted to be a Raider for life, and then at the end of last year. Raiders management, so he got hurt, and Raiders management I told you about what tanking is, right?
I don't think so. What's tanking?
Okay.
Our dedicated
team...
listeners are so pissed off. They're like, I literally listened to this 10 minutes ago. You just fucking told her what tanking is.
It's when the team purposely tries to lose so they get a better draft pick.
Ooh, okay.
So
if they're already like bottom of the barrel, they might as well be like the worst ones.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. So a lot of the times at the end of the season, all the bad teams will just be like, you guys are sitting out because we want you to be healthy for next year, and there's a chance that we just, lose because that's what we want. So from their standpoint, they want their players to sit out. But, a lot of these guys, they're competitors, and they have, money sitting on the line. If you perform good, then you can make more when your contract is up. So a lot of these guys don't like to sit out. And so Max Crosby got pissed off because he had some broken ankle or something, and he wanted to play in their last game, and Raiders management was like, nah, fuck you, you're sitting out.
Damn.
And so he felt disrespected and requested a trade. And so a couple weeks, I think it was a week ago, it was announced that he got traded. But as of an hour ago, the trade has been rescinded because he didn't pass his physical.
No way.
So, kind of a big...
In what way did he not pass his physical?
I don't know if that's disclosed because it's it's medical
like
records, whatever.
But,
you can only assume it was because of his injury that he sustained.
Wow.
So
are the Raiders going to take him back?
Yeah, they have to because the other team backed out of it. They didn't agree.
Damn. It's tough to be him. That's really embarrassing. I won't even lie. That's I'm personally,
show up to
I
work.
would kill myself.
You go to a new job and they're just nah, you got to go back to the old location because you're just killing the vibes, man.
They're wrap it up, Chubbs. Pass your physical and maybe we'll reconsider. It's like those jobs where it's an office. I mean, obviously it's not the same, but it's those office jobs where they're you need to be able to pick up a 50-pound box. Can you fucking do that or not? And you're I thought this was for an administrative assistant job.
It's exactly
what
like that.
What do you mean I'm lifting weights here?
Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing, except, you're slamming yourself into 300-pound guys. But,
as you do.
But another interesting one, do you know who... Well, there's no way. Tua Tagovailoa.
No. You're I don't know why I fucking asked you.
Yeah, there's no chance. But he's... Oh, this is going to be a fun one. So, he was the quarterback of the Miami Dolphins. He was a first-round pick, this, super high potential guy. And he was good at first when he first played for the Dolphins, but he got 4 or 5 concussions in a row, and it was very notable because the league has made it a big focus on concussions recently. And it's you play the most important position, you get hit a lot. Obviously CTE is a big, talking point for these medical professionals that, talk about the NFL and concussions and stuff. And so, he got 4 concussions in 3 years, which is terrible.
Yeah.
That's probably more than you should get in your entire life.
Yeah. Bro, wait, pause. My advisor in grad school told us he was also my first professor. He told us on the first day of class, I've had 11 concussions in my life. So I'm low-key face blind now. And he's I'm really bad with faces and names. He's everyone
God.
Sit in the same spot that you are now and I will remember your name. But if you wave to me in the hallway, I'm probably not gonna know who you are outside of context. I was gagged as fuck. I was what? How'd you get 11 concussions?
Yeah, that's insane. That's kind of sad because he's gonna be not there when he's older, probably.
We'll see. He's probably 60 now. I think he's such a smart guy that he's probably just gonna get to normal, normal person level. But have you ever had a concussion?
No. Why would I?
Oh.
I don't.
Do you know about me falling off the ATV?
What? No.
What?
I don't know. No, I don't know the story.
Okay, so you remember I went to Yellowstone with X-person from our high school.
Yes.
So we did a little like excursion where you ride ATVs through the mountains in Yellowstone, and of course they make you sign all these fucking waivers. But I was like riding the ATV, going like downhill down a bunch of like gravel and like rocks, and I basically like slid down the rocks, and my ATV steering like went out of control, and I like swerved to the right, and I hit a tree really hard, and then I flew off the ATV and hit my head on the tree, and then I flew to the side and hit my head on another tree, and I rolled down the mountain just a little bit. and the woman, it was just like a stranger who was also like on the excursion. She was behind me in the line of ATVs, and she had to stop and like pull me out. And she, luckily she was like a paramedic, and she like was like checking my heart rate and shit, right? But yeah, I definitely had a concussion after that. And then I feel like I've had like at least 3, I won't lie, because you can't really like diagnose them officially, you know. You just kind of like get nauseous, and isn't there like the pupil dilation thing or what?
Oh, I have no idea. I was just gonna say the fucking doctors that they hire on the sidelines definitely can.
I mean, I don't think there's like,
They like basically just run through a billion different tests.
There's not, I believe, because I have like a psychology podcast I listen to, and there was like a whole episode on concussions. I don't think there's like strict, clear criteria for concussions, or strict, clear criteria on what you should even do to treat them. Like, some research says you should like sleep more, some says you should stay awake for as long as possible, like some say that you should like do puzzles and like really work out your brain, some say that you should not do that at all. Like, it's like like concussion research is just all over the place. They know that it's basically like when your brain hits your skull, but like it's very like mysterious. So I mean, a doctor can be like, oh, you hit your head and you're dizzy, like, yeah, probably a concussion. But I don't think there's really like a straightforward like yes or no test that you can actually run. It's just kind of like a, you know, but yeah, I would have to do more research into that, but I'm pretty sure I like listened to like a whole thing about how the research is like incredibly mixed and like not agreeing with each other. But anyways, yeah, that's my experience with concussions.
Fun stuff.
I'm like, we can cut this out if we want. But I don't know if I told you this, but also when I first started hooking up with someone who you can probably guess, we were having like really rough sex, and I like fell off the bed and hit my head really hard on her desk, and then on the floor. So if you lost
so much aura.
If you wonder why I can't remember what like free whatever you keep saying it's because I keep fucking hitting my head really hard.
Oh my god.
It's because CTE it's because you have an inside case study on CTE right here in front of you.
Nice. Well, that's good to know. The whole point was that there's a quarterback who's gotten 4 of those in a short period of time, and then he just sucked afterwards. So that explains a lot. All right. Well, this is going to be a weird cut.
Right.
I don't even know where I was.
Fucking take 4. Yeah, I had just finished my story. So many concussions in my history. Or like concussion ? Yeah. And then of course I'm like, and then of course that girl beat my ass the other day. I probably got a concussion from that. I won't even lie.
What,
the King of Worcester?
Oh. Yeah.
I'll tell that story another time. I've told too many stories. That one's a build-up story, special episode.
Yeah. Okay, well, let me think. I'm trying to do math in my head now because I have to calculate the recording time.
Maybe like 10 more minutes?
Something like that. So yeah, next thing. Oh God, I don't even think we're going to get to everything. I was going to talk about the World Baseball Classic a little bit. I don't know, not a huge amount of headlines, but I just think it's kind of interesting that there's like all these teams for like, I don't know, Italy and like the Netherlands and like all these European countries, and then half of the team is just like Americans that are, that have ancestry elsewhere.
Oh, they're playing for those teams?
Yeah, like other countries, which is like fine, you can do that and all, but it's just funny because it's like you got a team full of Americans representing like Italy or something.
Right? That's kind of crazy. Yeah, the Italians don't give a shit. They don't want to work their ass off and earn their way onto the team.
I mean, baseball is only popular in like the U.S., Cuba, the Dominican Republic, Japan, and Korea.
Wait, for some reason I thought we were talking about like soccer teams. That's valid. The baseball teams, of course, it's like an American sport. That makes perfect sense, actually.
It's what's funny is that it's the opposite in soccer because the U.S. men's national team in soccer is full of like, these Germans that have American military parents or like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's like the reverse.
Right, and
which
that
is
makes
kind of
sense
funny.
to me.
Yeah, but the World Baseball Classic's going on. Lots of interesting things. Team Israel lost recently, which is has been met with widespread cheer online.
Joy and happiness.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get too much into that, but it is kind of funny. Also, there was a headline that like these two teammates who play on the same club team, like the Seattle Mariners, but they have different nationalities, USA and Mexico, and they played each other recently. And there was a point in the game where the Mexican guy the Mexican guy reached down to help the American guy up, and the American guy just didn't acknowledge it. He just got up by himself. Rude. And so after the game, his interview, he cussed him out, and so now there's all these headlines that they don't like each other. But
wow, you think it's like a heated rivalry situation where they're actually
that'd be funny,
where they're in love. He's like, I didn't want to touch your hand in public.
Maybe so.
Stay off my case. You never know.
Yeah, but that's, I guess, a minor controversy. Mm-hmm. There's also a bunch of cases where and you see this in other sports too, but the league team, the MLB team, does not let the player play for their country because they don't want to injure their players for the regular season. So it's I don't know, kind of you're pissing off the players for no reason other than just to keep them healthy. But I mean, again, these guys are competitors. They want to make money. They want to play.
Yeah. I guess so. That's kind of, I don't know why that's kind of a crazy concept to me. I guess if someone was like, hey, you get 6 months off your job, I'd be like, score. I'd love that. It's crazy to me that, I don't know, they just are for real dedicated to their job, and they're, even if they're we don't want to put you in because we're saving you for bigger and better things. No.
See, I was gonna say for the most part that's true, but there are cases where there's a few players that are notably they don't give a shit about playing baseball. They just do it because they're good at it, and you just get millions of dollars to just
that's what I would think.
But it has real world ramifications because you're part of this team that has so many fans, and so the fans find that out and they're like, get the fuck off my team, dude. What are you're just basically taking money, which I don't give a shit, but
Right.
It is just kind of funny. So
I don't know. In my head, I'm like, a job is a job. Like,
yeah, I mean that's how some guys see it.
Yeah, right. Just do some commercials in your off time. I don't know.
Oh, I was gonna ask though on that topic of like representing a team that like you have ancestry but you weren't like born there or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like I find it kind of interesting because like a lot of these guys do it because, well, A, they can represent their ancestry, sure, but
Mm-hmm.
B, what's more common is they do that because they don't have a shot at making like the American team, right? Because we're just dominated in the sport, so they just they want a chance to like be part of that thing, and so they'll like play for some other country like Korea or whatever.
Yeah.
In the so they can play. So I'm like I was gonna ask if you would do that sort of thing if like hypothetically you cared to play baseball.
Yeah, I would. I feel like it's kind of. I mean, I understand like in theory why it would be controversial. But I feel like in reality, it's a win-win situation. Like the country gets like a good player, and the player gets to play and like have a little bit of like connection to their like ethnicity that they might not get otherwise. Because I mean, well, I guess like not their nationality, but. Yeah, I feel like in reality, it's like, oh, it's a win for the country who gets a good player. It's a win for the player that gets to play. Yeah, I would, if I was, yeah, like, okay, I would never be like an athlete, so I feel like it's a whole different ball game to be an athlete. But so I'm like, okay, if someone recruited me and they were like, would you like to be like a Nigerian pop star? And, of course, there are no, like, Nigerian pop star. Like, and they were like, oh, you'd be the best in the game because there's, like, no Nigerian pop stars. I'd be like, fuck yeah.
That's a good point. It's like there's I guess a handful. My first thought was, like, there's a handful of basketball players that are, like, part Filipino or whatever. And so, like, if the league has some kind of promo night or whatever.
Yeah.
They like put the spotlight on these players, and so it's like even though you're not like I don't know fully part of the culture or like fully that nationality, it's like you have a whole country of people that are just like, oh, this guy's fucking cool, which is like gotta be awesome.
Right? Yeah. I'm like, okay, I know probably like 0 people are listening to us, but I'm like, wait, backtrack. There are lots of very talented Nigerian musicians. Yeah. I'm just saying like hypothetically. And also they aren't like, it's, America is so big in the entertainment industry.
Yeah. I mean, most of the Nigerian... I feel like most of the Nigerian people that I know in the entertainment industry are from like the UK.
Yeah, that's very true. And there are big like Afrobeat categories and stuff. But like hypothetically if they were looking for like like a Cat's Eye type thing where it's like you're like American but you're like representing Nigeria, like hell yeah, I do that. And I'm sure lots of people would be like, oh my god, I love my Nigerian queen. And we'd all be happy together.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of have mixed feelings on it because, like, yeah, it'd be awesome to do all that. But it would feel kind of weird if, like, I mean, I'm just using me as an example.
Yeah.
But I don't, I mean, obviously I identify with some things of my, like, background, but I don't know that I would feel, like, proud. That's not the right word. I just wouldn't
feel
necessarily
like authentically.
I don't feel like super connected to India, for example. Like I'm not that culturally Indian or whatever. So it would be a little weird. But I mean, maybe. I don't know what I would do.
But I won't lie, I feel like that's something big that you and I have in common. Being like I feel like that's like a strong foundation in our friendship, being like part part of an ethnicity that we aren't necessarily like super super connected to, but I kind of feel like there should be like a place for that. Like, I don't know, it's kind of just like first generation Americans, like
let's have
like it's
a
kind
team,
of like their own thing.
let's have a team of just mixed people.
Yeah, like, okay, let's have a team of like mixed first generation Americans, because it's really like, I don't know, like everyone who's like a first generation American, or not everyone, but there's definitely like a specific category of people who are like, I'm like super proud to be like part of this ethnicity, and definitely like white people are gonna look at me and be like, you're not American, you're Nigerian. And I'm like, I've never been to Nigeria, you know? So but I feel like there are tons of people like that. And you know what? It's about time we talk about it and start representing those people as well.
Yeah, true. I agree.
Yeah.
I do want to get to this last thing I had because we are getting close to the end here. But so like I mentioned, there was this brawl that broke out in a Brazilian soccer game. Now, I don't know a lot about it, so I won't get into too much detail. But the key thing I saw is 23 red cards were given out. Do you know what a red card is?
It's like a foul, kind of.
Yeah, I mean, it's given to players that commit like the most serious, egregious fouls.
Oh, it's like super serious.
It's basically like there's a yellow card, which is kind of a warning, because if you get two, it's the same thing as a red card.
Okay.
But any kind of foul that is illegal and also like is dangerous, like, because you could seriously hurt people when you play soccer.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to explain the intricacies.
Wait, do you get like kicked out of the rest of the game? Is that a thing?
Yeah, if you get a red card, you're automatically ejected. So it's like kind of a big disadvantage for a lot of teams, that because it's not that common. Like maybe once every, I don't know, 3 or 4 games, your team might get a red card. So, 23 of them were given out. Do you know how many players are on the pitch at one time?
Oh, damn. Wait, I didn't even think about that. So 23 players had to leave the game.
Yes, that is correct.
How many players are on a pitch?
Just guess. Just guess.
30?
I mean, yeah, roughly. There are 22.
Okay. That was a pretty good guess.
It
I'm
wasn't
like,
bad.
I used to watch you play soccer. I'm like, I can visualize a soccer field and go like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah. Although at that time, I don't know if we were playing 11 on 11. That seems like a lot. But 23 players were ejected and 22 players are on the field at once. So more than an entire field of of players. Now, granted, I didn't watch that closely, so I don't know if all the players playing were ejected, because I'm sure that the benches got involved if there was like a full-on brawl. So I'm sure like some of those people were like just not even playing; they were on the bench or whatever.
Wait, so this was all at once? Like they were all given these red cards all at once? Crazy.
Yes.
Crazy.
And the ref has to like write it in his little like book of shit. I don't really know what it is, but it's like an official documentation. So he was probably just sitting there, writing away like every fucking player on the team.
Yeah.
Which is really funny to picture. But
he's like
kind of
fuck
insane.
That guy and fuck that guy and fuck
it's
that
not
guy.
Usual that you like see. I mean, you see brawls in like hockey, obviously. Sometimes even baseball. The baseball ones are so fun to watch.
Because they use the bat, right?
No, they just
no, I'm fucking with you.
That would be insane. But no, it's funny because they have a fucking bat in their hands. They're like, they just whip that shit away and they just start going at it,
Right? You want your hands, your bare hands around
their
neck.
And like, in hockey you have like protective equipment and shit. You don't have it. You have a helmet, I guess, but you don't really have
just you.
It's just like man on man, like you just fight, which is like it's so fun to watch.
Just man on man. Tearing each other apart.
So yeah, you don't really see that in soccer. So it was kind of a notable headline to see that 23 players were ejected. But yeah, that was pretty crazy. And Brazil, they take their soccer pretty seriously. So honestly, kind of surprising that it took them this long to get there.
Wow. I love to hear that. Guys, keep fighting in sports. That's my favorite part of sports, when a
Yeah,
fight breaks out.
we need more content, so if you guys could just, like, I don't know,
Exactly.
tackle them a bit more.
We have to do a segment that's like fights of the week. If we can.
Oh, that
yeah.
would be
Yeah.
that would be so fun, but I don't know
Yeah.
if it
Not like
happens
every
often
week,
enough.
right? But when
Yeah.
there's a fight, then we
a recurring
definitely have
segment.
to, yeah. And then we have to like pull up the video and like do like a reaction video.
Oh, so okay, I was almost gonna do that for this brawl, but I didn't really have time to get the settings right.
Yeah.
But there's this YouTube channel that I watch. He got famous for, I guess, lip reading. He's really good at lip reading when like players or coaches are angry. So he's got a bunch of videos of him and like his media team that basically just like react and analyze to like fights or like angry coaches
so
yelling at
awesome.
umpires, or like it's pretty fun to watch. So I don't know, could be that kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Could be fun.
I'd fucking love that. Fights are my favorite.
Yeah, it is really something to watch. These hot-headed, egotistical freaks of nature just go at it.
These roid raged men who are 6'5" and have muscles the size of little basketballs on their arms just go boom, boom, motherfucker. Don't mess with me. If I reach out my hand and help you get up, you fucking take my hand. You fucking get up, bitch.
Yeah. There's been some crazy incidents, I guess, that have happened throughout the years, and it's really fun whenever someone lands like a clean punch, because you're like, oh my god, this dude grew up in the in the projects.
Yeah, they grew up in fucking Worcester.
Yeah, I'm sure they know the King of Worcester very well.
Exactly, they know what's up.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess that's all we got time for this week. This is gonna be horrible to edit, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah. This was a fun episode, though.
Yeah.
R.I.P. the 3 videos you'll have to stitch together. I just hope.
Yeah, if anyone, hopefully no one notices the breaks, but yeah, I guess that's it. I guess we'll see you guys next week.
Yay! Bye.